edge of the world, you know. We load, in other words, still drunk. Well, a few of them were. I wasn't. I load up with this old guy Billy into the elevator, and we're like crammed up in there. We're just kind of like sleeping on each other going up. And
you were sleeping on Billy?
Yeah, just like kind of. Yeah, whatever. These two kids that are just sitting there on an angle, and they're like, "Hi," and I just look over and I go, as we're like slowly going past, I go, "Hi." You know, I'm just saying hi back. I don't even know what to think about this shit. It's Saturday morning, 6 o'clock. And
they did what?
They've climbed up 1,100 feet.
Okay.
And I like hit the stop button on the elevator. I'm like, punk. Like, oh my goodness. You know, I'm like, what are you doing up here? Hi. You know, what the hell's this? And then I like saw their backpacks on them. Like, oh, I know what you're gonna do up here. And they're like, well, we have to take you down. They're like, well, could you pretend you just never saw us? I'm like, no, the boss is not going to go for that. He will see something flying off the tower and exploding into a parachute. So what's your job to do something? Yeah, so like, I'm like, I can't let down that we think, and I go, no, this isn't going to happen.
It's much safer than the elevator.
Yeah, this isn't happening today, guys. And so I sent Billy all the way up, because you have to go all the way up and then all the way back down. And he gets up there, radios down to Derek, our boss. He says, "We have 3 extra personnel on the tower." And I'm looking at these kids, because I'm sitting there watching. I go, 3? And they're like, maybe. And this girl's like really obstinate. The dude, he's just scared to death because he's an Army kid. He's got to go back to wherever he's stationed to in like a couple days. And then like this girl's just being a complete bitch. And she's, you know, I'm like, I'm not against you. I would let you jump if it was just me here. I'd be like fucking taking you to the top.
So who was the third one?
The third one he was way up higher.
Oh.
and
they didn't use the elevator, did they?
Billy had found him up higher. So and so they send him down in the elevator. I stop it. I get these two in the elevator, and they're just like praying to me. They're like, "Is he going to call the cops on us?" Then I'm like, "I don't know. Derek's a pretty nice guy, but I don't know what he's going to do." You know, and so they get down to the ground as the elevator's like coming to the bottom. I see the Walnut Grove police SUV. I'm like, it's gotta suck to be them. Well, it's got signs posted everywhere shooting no general floating off the tower. It actually says no general floating. What does that mean? I don't know.
But that must be some excuse that base jumpers use.
Right?
So
I wasn't floating.
Parachuting. This is a homemade parachute. I made it myself.
I'm generally floating. I'm like a maple leaf.
So they actually,
how's that go? Show me the maple leaf. Come on.
Something like this.
All right.
It's like 7 days in jail, $7,000 fine. So these poor kids, I don't know where they're at now, but God, that'd be. I asked him. I was actually like, "You guys got a YouTube site?" And the guy, he was like, "I do," and the girl's like, "Can you repeat that?"
This is the man. This is the man.
Yeah, I was just completely thinking I'm the man. I'm like, dude, I'm
I just work here.
Yeah, I just work here. Fuck. And that shit, and he was actually scared. He was like, "I'm scared to death to be up here," and she was like, "I'm not scared at all to be up here. This is awesome."
Right, because I rolled my truck in Moab and.
Yeah, and so I go ahead and I was like, "Well, you know what? You ought to become tower climbers. You guys are good at this shit. You need to come."
And you get paid good too, right?
I said, once you get out of jail, you come call us up and we'll give you a job. We like to hire, and I said, we like to hire people out of jail. Yeah, he does. But I mean,
So that's the story. That's awesome. So what happened to the guy that was way up?
no, they all went down and they all got incarcerated. They actually locked him in this little place, and the little technician.
If they didn't jump, they weren't technically breaking the rules yet. They were still
Actually,
Yeah, they were. Yeah, so I'm sure that they just got trespassed, but
So-
intent or something.
So Kyle actually showed me, like, we went to a tower, like, right near Troy's work, and he was pretty psyched.
No way. Where am I?
That was a cool looking backpack.
What am I doing?
Those are fashions.